Hi there. No, I'm Twitter customer support. What? Press relations? No, we don't have anything like that. This is the tech news.
Linus, hang up.
Hang
up, put the phone down.
Dell unveiled an updated prototype for Concept Luna, a fully modular laptop that comes apart in seconds, just like me when I watch Pixar's Up. The Luna accomplishes this by having no glue, no screws securing components, and no actual product. That's right, it's still just a concept, but man, am I ever hoping. Instead of any of those nasty things, a pushpin tool is used as an unlocking mechanism and allows everything to be taken apart in less than a minute. This is a massive change from an earlier Luna prototype that was shown off last year, which still used 4 screws. 4 screws? That's 4 too many to secure everything in place because it didn't know who it wanted to be yet. What does that even mean? Anyway, good job. You're doing really well on the script so far.
I wrote that.
Dell apparently worked with a micro factory while developing the new Luna, which was equipped with a robot arm that can take the device apart while also scanning each component as it's removed to determine its health, like a doctor with the world's coldest hands.
Imagine that prostate check.
Having the ability to quickly check them all with an automated process during disassembly could allow for the reuse of some parts that are still in good shape. While no launch date has been set, Dell did state that parts of this project could cascade into other products sooner, which sounds great if it means fewer customers get screwed. Get it? Because no screws. A group of tech giants is suing California over a new law that could force them to effectively babysit your kids for you. And frankly, big tech isn't sure they're old enough yet for that kind of responsibility. Meta, Google, and TikTok, of all unlikely allies, have joined forces with others to become the trade association Net Choice. Boy, I love political group branding.
All form the head.
How can you disagree with Net Choice? And they'll be trying to stop California's Age-Appropriate Design Code Act from taking effect in 2024. The law is meant to force tech companies to make sure that their products and services are designed in the interest of child safety and to prevent exposure to harmful content, as tech companies are currently protected from liability of third-party content posted to their platforms by Section 230. It was why TikTok was not found liable when 15 children under 12 died from the blackout challenge last year. Now, that sounds really bad. But NetChoice doesn't want you to fall for the government's emotionally manipulative argument of, but think of the children. I mean, why should you anyway? Little jerks won't leave you alone, won't stop calling you names, like mom or dad.
Uncle.
NetChoice has pointed out that the law is vague about what harmful even means, and it would require reporting user information to the government, which brings up privacy concerns, an issue that big tech takes extremely seriously. Elon Musk, AKA Thanos, but for companies, has been shaking things up at Twitter again by suspending the account of competitor Mastodon and even blocking users from sharing links to the platform. Now, to be fair, Elon said he wanted to make Twitter all about free speech. But if you leave or talk about leaving, then how will the speech be free? And also, any journalists that talked about Elon and were mean, well, they need to be suspended too. According to Elon, the journalists were actually suspended because they doxed him by reporting on the fact that he was doxed. And besides, they weren't really journalists, were they? They were journalists. Those guys, fair game. So yeah, doxing is bad unless you're Elon tweeting someone else's license plate and asking if anyone recognizes their car. Because obviously, that's called delayed doxing, which, according to another Elon tweet higher in the thread, is utterly harmless. Here's the thing though, it is his platform. He bought it, and it's not Twitter anymore, it's X, the everything except jet tracking accounts and Mastodon and journalists who reported on this app. Now it's time for the Butt Quacks, brought to you by Secret Lab. Their chairs are engineered to keep you incredibly comfy for long hours at work and play. You'll want to lounge in their work and play in the Twitter office where you'll be living extremely hardcore. You'll be happy to lounge in their new Titan Evo 2022 chair for hours and all night with 4-way lumbar support, ultra comfortable seat materials, and more. All their chairs come with up to a 5-year extended warranty and a 49-day return policy, so get in on the secret everyone's talking about and check out Secret Lab today at the link below. Though Secret Lab, little tip, don't sell any chairs to Twitter because I heard they don't pay their bills anymore.
Now for the butt clucks.
Remember when YouTube started making shorts to compete with TikTok? Well, in a stunning turn of events, TikTok is now getting vengeance, as the platform has announced that it is testing long-form landscape videos. This is, well, I guess they were testing long form before, but now they're landscape. This is great news for TikTokers, as now your followers will be able to see even more of the people that you inconvenienced when you decided to film a dance in the middle of a busy sidewalk. Two designers for the Steam Deck had an interview with The Verge, and oh boy, they teased a second generation of the handheld. But don't get too excited, they said they weren't planning to really increase the performance. Instead, they'll focus on a better display and better battery life, which is like, whatever, who cares? Actually, no, that's like awesome. The big reveal though wasn't even that, because like, come on, realistically, of course they're gonna do a Steam Deck 2. The big reveal was that they wanna make a successor to the most revered and respected controller of all time, the Stadia controller. Excuse me, the Steam controller. You know, it's really good for people with giant thumbs.
I love those two thumb buttons.
E.T. loves it. GM's self-driving cruise robotaxis are facing an investigation by the US government after reports of the vehicles blocking traffic and in some cases braking so suddenly that they caused rear-end collisions. In other news, they're also investigating Dennis. No, kidding. Could this be the world's softest robot uprising, or is it simply a robot union strike? Those greedy fat cats at GM are lining their pockets while hard-working robots go unpaid. Wow, I wish I could do something about it. Stability AI announced that artists will be able to opt out of the next version of Stable Diffusion so that their work won't be used in the training set for the popular AI. I guess algorithms aren't allowed to be cultured anymore? This comes just days after artists protested the art platform ArtStation for allowing AI art. Though is it really a protest if you still post on ArtStation? I don't know. I'm not an artist. I'm just a hot dad. This must have been written for Riley. I ended up hosting though.
For you.
And a Russian crew capsule docked to the International Space Station sprung a coolant leak and is now inoperable. Cameras on the outside of the station showed a stream of coolant leaving the capsule, though investigations have not yet discovered what caused the capsule to suddenly spring a leak. So far, analysts' most likely explanation remains stage fright.
Stop filming me!
You get it?
We're certainly not frightened to tell you to come back on Monday when we'll have even more tech news, now written by AIs, because quite frankly, I'm not that pleased with the jokes in this episode.
Whoa.
Just kidding, this is one from one of our new writers, and it's actually very good.
Beef food?
Yeah.
I wrote you were a hot dad.